Good morning, y'all. How are you today? I am exhausted. It's one of those mornings, but thank God it's Friday. This morning I'm going to be starting my chicken for, what did the recipe call it? Mile High chicken nachos. And if y'all saw my short about the new diet I am trying, this is one of the recipes. Not out of that same book though. It is out of a Weight Watchers Healthy Crockpot Meals cookbook. It is right, let me grab it. Right here. I can see if I can try to find it and put the link in my description if you would like it. Go ahead and get it. I'm going to get started on this. I've got almost 2.5 pounds of chicken breasts, a small-ish yellow onion, and 2 things of salsa. All right, I'm going to start by chopping this up. I hope you guys had a good week this week. We have as well. It's just been kind of one of those weeks that you're just like, thank God it's over. My little one is in kindergarten. And so last year she was in preschool, but it was only like a couple of days a week thing. And so she's still kind of having a hard time. We didn't think last year was a great idea, but we were told otherwise. So we're just kind of dealing with that. You know what I mean? But she loves it. She's doing great. It's just waking up early every single morning, 5 days a week. That's kind of bugging her a little bit. Understandable. Oh my gosh. I've got onion everywhere now, y'all. On this diet thing, I have been eating kind of like crap this last week. And honestly, I can tell a huge difference in how I feel better when I'm on this diet and how I feel kind of crappy when I have a couple of days where I'm just like, you know what? I don't have time. I don't feel like eating that right now, whatever. So yeah, it definitely helps quite a bit. If you ladies out there wanting to try it with me, that's just my progress so far. Here's our salsa. It looks good, smells good. I got mild. You can do spicy, whatever. I put half my onion in here. I'm going to do this container down here in the bottom. Okay. All right. Sorry about that. I had to grab a spatula. I'm just going to kind of mix the salsa and the onions together. You probably do not need the extra onion, but we love onion around here, so it's not going to hurt anything. Just kind of mix it together. Now you've got a nice even layer on the bottom. We're going to put our chicken on top. And it is still kind of frozen. I know I've had it in the fridge for like 3 days now. So I am going to be cooking this on low for 5 hours, 6 hours while I'm at work before I go get my daughter. So it should be okay. Wow, this is like frozen. Holy crap, look at that. I might have to put it in a Ziploc and let it... I hate putting it in warm water, but I might have to do that. Oh, maybe not. Okay. Hold on one second. Okay. Well, this is just kind of one frozen block of chicken. I'm going to lay it down right in there. Fit perfect. And toss this. Okay, so sorry about that. Please ignore the cups in the background. We are doing some fall cleaning, if you will, and going through our cups and such. So just ignore those. It looks kind of messy, but that's all right. It's lived in. Now I'm going to grab some seasonings to season this chicken. Cavender's garlic salt, chili powder, and let me see what else looks good off the shelf. Okay, now I'm back. Starting with chili powder. Just going to sprinkle it on top of our chicken. Garlic salt. Dano's taco. I love Dano's seasoning. It is so good. Dano's seasoning. Cavender's. Y'all know I use it all the time. And a little bit of cumin, just for that smoky flavor. Okay, I'm gonna chop up the rest of this onion. If any of y'all are doing the same kind of diet or having the same kind of issues that I have been having, let me know in the comments. Reach out. Maybe we can do this together kind of thing. I don't know. It always helps to have a support system. Once again, I got onion everywhere. This is what I get for trying to start dinner in a hurry in the morning before going to work. Dump our other thing of salsa right on top of the chicken and the onions. I'm just going to kind of get everything coated. Sorry about that. I had to find the recipe in the book. This is what it's going to look like. Hopefully. Okay, I just need to make sure that I'm not missing anything. I've got the salsa. The second ingredient is cilantro. I'm going to wait to just sprinkle that on last. It's kind of a divided household over here. My husband and I like cilantro. My mom may or may not be here for dinner. She hates it. It tastes like soap to her. My daughter likes it. Sorta. I've got the chili powder. I've got salt, garlic salt. I've got the chicken. Tortilla chips are in the pantry for later. Cheddar's for later. Tomatoes are for later. Corn kernels are for later. I got some of those frozen roasted ones. I think that would be good on here. I forgot a lime. I hate it when that happens. I've got my avocados. And I've got some red onions. All right, so I've got our salsa, our seasonings, and our chicken in here. I'm going to put the lid on and do this on low for 5 or 6 hours until I get my daughter from school and I get home. Then we'll start the rest. Well, I am back from work. It has been a long day. Let's check on this chicken and see how it looks. Wow. I think 2 things of salsa was a little bit much. I could have just done 1, but I'll figure out what to do with it. It smells delicious though. And I'm going to check the temp on these to make sure that they're ready to be shredded. They're not quite ready yet. They're at about 146. We want them to be at 160. So I'm going to turn this on high now, so that way I can kind of speed up the process. But in the meantime, we're going to go ahead and lay our chips out on the pan. That way those are ready to go, so that way we can put our shredded chicken all over the top. Okay, I've got my pan with the raised sides. I love using these. It just makes doing stuff like this so much easier. Putting foil down. You don't have to, but I like using foil. It helps with dishes. I'm always down for help with dishes, right? And this foil has a non-stick side, and that's the side I'm going to use since we're using cheese. Let me grab the chips. Honestly, I would love to use like protein chips. They're kind of pricey and they do not make bigger bags of them. So I am just going to use Julio's seasoned chips. And the recipe says specifically 36 chips, but I'm feeding 4 people, so I'm just gonna layer this. I'm just gonna put these on here in an even layer. Like I said, it specifically said 36 chips. I'm not keeping count, really. Most of the recipes I do, I don't always go by the book anyways. Not sure if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but I go with the general main idea. A few more, just to kind of fill in the holes. All right, I think that's good. We've got our even layer. We'll be right back when this chicken is finally done. And we're going to shred it with my KitchenAid mixer. My husband saw that hack somewhere, I guess on Facebook. And let me tell you what, it is probably the best hack ever. It works so much better, I think, than just using a mixer. I don't know if it's because of the bowl being so tall or what, but I love it. It's the only other way I'll shred chicken. So yeah, I'm so glad he found that. We'll be back. Lock it. Look at that, y'all. It works so well. I am so happy. Now I'm putting this wonderfully shredded chicken right back in here. Coat it with some of these juices. And then we're going to stick them on our chicken. I wish YouTube had a smell-o-vision setting because it almost smells like tortilla soup. Like, really, honestly. It smells so good. And now that this chicken is shredded, it is soaking up all this extra liquid and all this extra salsa, which I'm so glad about because I was trying to figure out what I was gonna do with all this extra salsa chicken broth mixture, I guess you could say. I thought about tortilla soup maybe, but I don't know how that would be in basically salsa. So let me see if y'all can see. Look, there's no extra broth. And I'm so happy about it. So I'm going to probably have to do 2 pans of this. So I can kind of layer it evenly because that's a lot of chicken. Or I might just do one and then do leftovers for tomorrow. So I'm just going to kind of spread it around. I hope y'all had a better Friday than I did. It's been quite eventful. One of our dogs has been sick. Had to run him to the vet after I got off work. And it's just been a whole thing. So, yeah, he's fine. But still. I might actually use most of this chicken. Which is also a good thing too. And you know what? I wasn't thinking, I didn't try this salsa before I made all this. It said mild, so I hope it truly is mild and there's no heat to it. If there is, my daughter will not eat it. Which, she might not eat it anyways. But you never know with her. Sometimes she surprises me. All right, got it layered. I'm gonna get my cheese. So I have fat-free cheddar, and I'm going to do a pretty good layer on top. I think that's a pretty good layer of cheese, don't you? To bend way down. Now I have my oven on broil at 450 degrees. I am going to put this on the top rack and really keep an eye on it. But I just want the cheese and everything to get all nice and melty. So I wouldn't think it would take more than a minute or two. So we'll be back in a minute or two. Well, y'all, I messed up. I did buy mild salsa. I did. But I just tried a bite. And it is spicier than my homemade salsa, which I wish I knew because I would have just used mine. But I was going for a mild salsa. You would think you put mild on the thing, it would be mild, but it's not. So now I guess my husband and I will have some of these nachos. And I made so much. There it is. It looks so good. So I've got cilantro, avocados, tomatoes, and I feel like there was something else. But of course, let me look. Maybe there wasn't. I don't know. Let's see. The corn, y'all. That's what I'm missing. Okay. This, let me move it back, is the kind of corn I got. I am going to, I'm supposed to roast it in the oven. Well, I guess I'm going to roast it in the oven. Usually whenever I get this brand, you just kind of like pop it in the microwave. But that's all right. The oven's already on. Okay, so what I've got left is a cookie sheet. I thought I had my other pan like this one with the sides, but I guess it's still at my grandparents'. So it says to open this, spread it out. Still got my oven on broil. Going to kind of spread it out like that, I guess. Seems right. Place corn in a single layer on baking sheet. Bake in center of oven 8 minutes, stirring halfway through. Let's give this a try, shall we? Hang on, baby. All right, we'll be back in 8 minutes. Sorry, I'm having problems with my phone recording. So, I've been looking at this, and there's quite a few spaces around the edges that did not get any cheese. So I'm just going to go ahead and sprinkle a little bit more, just for giggles. And just basically get it everywhere. I almost forgot about the corn in the oven too. And on broil at 425 degrees. It's not going to take it long, but I'm going to stick this back in the oven too, so I can let the rest of this cheese get melty. And then we will be ready to add our cilantro and all that good stuff. Now we're going to add our corn. Not sure if I'm going to use all of it. Probably not. I'll probably use about 3/4 of it. That looks good to me. Looks delicious. So now the rest of it is just kind of up to the person that gets them. Cilantro, avocado, tomato, the toppings. I will be right back to show you what I put on mine, and I'm sure it's going to be delicious. All right, y'all, this is it. I've got my cilantro, avocado, tomatoes, some jalapenos just to see what it tastes like. These are candied, they're not pickled, but I think they're going to be really good on this because the chicken is super tangy. And then you've got the creaminess from the cheese and the avocado and all that. So it's going to be really good. I hope you guys have a great night, and I'll catch you next time.